We're streaming. Kenya.
There we go.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, we're listening to Weebl and Bob. It's an old favorite of ours from, like 2006?
No, before that. 2002, 4. 2002, 2004, because I moved here in 2004.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And it's kind of like a cartoon. We need to link that in the bottom. It's a cartoon that kind of reminds me of South Park, if I remember it. Yeah, the drawing, the way they drew stuff, and some of their humor is very South Parky. So if you're offended by South Parky type stuff, you ain't gonna want to watch this one. But it's awesome.
No.
Weebl and Bob.
Weebl and Bob. Oh, yeah. Magical Trevor. Everyone
Best
loves
days.
Magical Trevor.
Yep,
He's the tricks that he does are ever so clever. Look at him now, disappear in the cow. Where's the cow? We're going right now.
It was a fun time. It was. Ooh, let's turn that sound down. Okay, so how are you people? My face is... I need to fix my face.
Well, this people is okay. It's a little groggy this morning, but I'm okay now. We're trying something different. We're trying a new microphone because I really did not like the quality of the sound with the microphone that's built into the webcam. So now I'm using a Samsung Meteoric mic.
Oh, and how is that?
It's not as sensitive as I would like. I have to talk kind of loud for it to pick me up.
My stupid setup is being stupid right now.
It's got to be like 6 inches from my face for it to really pick me up, and now you can hear me, right? Now you can hear me?
Yeah,
right, but now I'm sitting like 1.5 feet away, and I've got to kind of shout.
Ah.
But what can you do? What can you do? Wake up, everybody, wake up.
Yeah, I'm not really awake today. It's like because it's dreary out. I think I'm just like, blah.
Well,
I was creating things and playing in my planner, and I got so many of my my craft swappy things done.
All right.
So I'm happy about that.
Get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta fix the window. I've got to stretch. There we go. Now it's good. All right. Yeah! Swappy things.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. I like it. I'm having fun with it.
I'm starting a new rock, and I need a word.
Oh, have people suggest them in the bottom.
What? Our 1.5 viewers? And Jessica sent me a Snapchat yesterday of us on her iPad while she was doing stuff around the house, and Eddie laying on the couch listening to us. So Eddie and Jessica are regular viewers. So I'm gonna try.
Eddie.
I'm gonna try to watch my language for a while.
Yeah, me too.
So since we have an 8-year-old as a regular viewer and who sees me as grandma.
It is a try thing for me. Let's see what this... Oh, come on. You know, Ellie broke my tripod, so it only has 2 pegs, so it's a, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, my tripod's working on 2 legs, too.
It's not a tripod anymore. It's an Ellie broke my tripod.
Oh.
And I don't... It's like the poopiest... Ugh. It's poopy. I'm going to say that it is.
Make sure we're on Do Not Disturb. Do not disturb me.
Where's Interrupting Ed? He needs to come and fix my tripod.
Interrupting Ed is in bad shape this morning. Interrupting Ed woke up with his back out.
Yeah, because he had that incident.
And he's crooked. Oh, I didn't even think about that. But he'll say, no, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah, because it takes a while.
Uh-huh.
Is he in bed today?
No, he went to work. I gave him a couple Tylenol. I told him not to wear his belt, but of course he's wearing it. I said the belt is the worst thing you can wear.
Yeah,
especially when you sit down. It forces your stomach to press up against your spine inside. And that will, but he doesn't listen because he's just Ed. And Eds don't listen.
They don't.
They don't. They interrupt. They don't listen, they interrupt.
They interrupt, and they're bad boys, and they don't listen, and...
Oh, a crash involving a school bus. Isn't that lovely?
What?
A crash involving a school bus. We're not gonna... I'm gonna look for odd news of the day here. I saw one earlier that I was looking at.
That doesn't sound odd. That just sounds sad.
Yeah, it does. That was a news alert. When I picked up my phone, that's what was on it.
I like that one. My kids don't take the bus, but I still don't like that.
All right. Police report. Woman caused $350,000 in damage in ex-husband's home. So, I already read the article, so I'll give you the condensed version. They don't say why she did it. But really, do you need a why when an ex is involved? He probably left her for a younger woman, or he wouldn't give her something that she wanted, or whatever. Or she's just mad that he left her. Mad that he left her. Woodstock, New York. 61-year-old woman. She did damage to artwork, antiques, and other personal property in her ex-husband's home. She forced her way in. She was charged after surrendering herself to state police. Now, 61 years old. That kind of behavior does not become a woman of that age. Okay? It's not very becoming for a 61-year-old woman.
There are some people that I know that you also know who would behave like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they just never kind of grew up and got a grip on their emotions. Got to get a grip, people. Get a grip. Don't let your emotions...
A group of people that we know that would do that.
Yeah, they would. You're right.
Yep.
Stupid is, stupid does.
Unfortunately, people... stink. Why are we offline?
It says we're streaming.
Look.
We're offline?
Yeah. Can you see? Look.
What?
Fine.
Refresh your page. Refresh it. Did something happen?
I don't know. It says...
we are restarting today's stream because Gabby said that it was locked up, but then it wasn't locked up, but by then I had already stopped it, and then it wouldn't really close the program, and I had to restart the program, and now we're back. So hopefully, we're back.
Eating gummy bears. Woohoo! Sugar!
Oh my God.
So I'm going to cut my hair on camera.
Gabby's cutting her hair. I'm drinking my water.
Yep. I'm actually going to do it. It may not come out great, but then I'll just fix it later.
You know that F-O word that I was thinking about putting on a rock yesterday, which I don't want to say out loud because Eddie might be watching?
Yep, I do.
You know the Irish version of it, feck? I might do that with little what do you call it? Cute. Shamrocks.
I wasn't going to do it, but you know what? I think that if I'm showing people that doing that is okay to yourself, that then they may take that lead and go do that, and their mother will be very mad. So maybe I should not do that now.
Yeah. Somebody may end up with,
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have Kathy do it for me later, because
leave it to the professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Yeah, my sister Peggy did that, or Susan? Somebody did that. I think Susan, my sister Susan did that. She cut her own hair. She had to be like 2 years old or 3 years old, and she was like, pretty. My mother heard her saying that, and she went and found her, like, with missing half her bangs. Gummies!
This gummy bear is not apple flavored. It is actually cherry flavored, which I find to be weird.
Okay, that just messes with my mind. I don't think I would get that brand.
None of them are flavored the colors that they are, except the red ones actually have a red flavor, but the yellow ones don't taste yellow, and the blue ones don't taste like what you think blue ones would, and the green ones are cherry.
Can I venture a guess that they're not made in the United States? And that's why, because they don't know that we associate colors with flavors?
They're made in, let me look. Yeah, they're made in Flemington, New Jersey, at the candy store.
Oh my God, Flemington, you're messed up, aren't you? That's just un-American.
Yeah, they're made in the Fudge Shop in Flemington. They're actually made there. But they are the very best gummy bears that I've ever had because they don't. It's not corn syrup and junk. It's just gelatin.
Okay.
Actual real sugar, and then natural flavors, and then they use what coloring did they use? There's coconut oil in here too to keep it from sticking, and then they use. Yeah.
Where do you get them?
I got them at the candy store in Flemington, which I didn't know they made them there. They're chocolate.
Okay, if you're ever in Flemington again, will you get me a bag of gummy bears?
Yes, the Fudge Shop is the name. I go there all the time, so I'll get you a bag. Yeah.
Oh, yay! And if Jessica's nice, I'll share some with her. And I'll definitely share some with the boys.
Yeah, the boys definitely need a bag of these or gum.
I will send you PayPal money.
Oh, I love it. No, they're like $1.99. They're not sending me anything.
Oh, okay. All right. How big is the bag?
Yeah,
How big is the bag?
It's a half a pound. It's huge.
For $1.99? Are you kidding me?
And they make them on the premise.
How do they make any money?
It's a big bag, but my kids ate half of it already. There's a lot of gummy bears in there. It weighs a ton. It'll take a long time to eat it.
All right, 2 bags.
Okay,
I need 2 bags.
Irritated.
Oh, the squirrels are fighting again. There they go. Look at these little bums.
You need to have a squirrel cam that you can switch over to.
Yes, you're right. I do.
People need to look at these squirrels because they're cool.
You
bad hair today? I don't understand why. Some days my hair is like yay, and some days my hair is like nay.
Today it's very humid here, so my hair is going to be nay all day, no matter what I do to it.
Nay all day.
Nay all day. All right, so I don't think there were very many new odd stories to read. It was just that one crazy 61-year-old woman, shame on you for acting like an immature teenager. Let me see if there were any others. Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty and I had to restart the stream. All right. Missing earring halts Philadelphia TV weather forecast. I gotta read this. A Philadelphia meteorologist has a TV news anchor to thank for finding an earring that fell off during her live forecast. I'm telling you, the thing falls off, you leave it on the floor and you continue with the live broadcast, right? That, before we even go any further with the story, that is the professional thing to do. You pretend it didn't happen and you look for the freaking earring when you're not on air, okay? In a video posted by Cicely Tynan's social media accounts, she can be seen giving the details for Memorial Day weekend weather when her earring pops off. Moments later, WPVI TV anchor Jim Gardner walks behind her, hunched over, looking for the earring as he blocks the graphic for the 7-day forecast. Okay, so it wasn't her, it was him. He was the one. He just wanted to be on camera. There we go. He felt he wasn't getting enough camera time. Okay. He finds the earring. Obviously. He finds the earring and hands it over to a laughing Tynan who says the whole scene was her favorite moment ever on Action News. It was a rare, silly moment. Gardner, who is celebrating 40 years anchoring the 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. broadcast. He's known for his seriousness, straightforward delivery. Okay, so he did something funny then. That's forgivable because we all need to laugh.
Definitely.
So I had the whole thing wrong. See? Perception. If you read a title and you assume things, you're going to make an ass out of you and me.
Very true.
That's right.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very true.
Oh, what is that foul smell? FOWL. Truck spills chicken parts in Maine.
Oh, ew.
There's a foul smell wafting through Maine's largest city. Police say a truck carrying chicken parts malfunctioned, spilling gallons of poultry bits into a Portland street early Tuesday. Residents dealt with the foul smell from the area, and motorists drove through the spill site before it was cleared. Ew! Everyone's car is going to smell like rotting chicken. Police closed off the roadway and covered the messy spill with sawdust. Police say the parts weren't hazardous. No, just salmonella cars.
Yeah, no, it's all good. That's yucky.
I'm just scrolling through, seeing if there's anything of interest.
So gross.
Landslide in California highway.
When was that?
May 23rd. It says a massive landslide that went into the Pacific Ocean is the latest natural disaster to hit California community that relies heavily on the iconic coastal highway and tourism to survive. And it adds to a record $1 billion in highway damage from one of the state's wettest winters in decades. They went from drought to have winter, right? The weekend slide in Big Sur buried a portion of Highway 1 under a 40-foot layer of rock and dirt and changed the coastline below to include what now looks like a rounded skirt hem. Susanna Cruz, a spokeswoman for the California Department of Transportation, said Tuesday. More than 1 million tons of rock and dirt tumbled down a saturated slope in an area called Mud Creek. The slide is covering up about 1/4 of a mile. Wow. 1/4 of a mile stretch of Highway 1, and authorities have no estimate on when it might reopen. The area remains unstable. We haven't been able to go up there and assess. It's still moving, Cruz said. We have geologists and engineers who are going to check it out this week to see how do we pick up the pieces. It's the largest mudslide she knows of in the state's history. It's one of a kind.
Now, is it where there's people living?
No, it went right across a road, a main road, down onto the coast, the beachfront, I'm guessing.
Thank goodness the people don't live in that area.
Yeah, really. One of California's rainiest and snowiest winters on record has broken a 5-year drought, but also caused flooding and landslides in much of the state and sped up coastal erosion. All right, the rest is just talking about erosion and blah, blah, blah. Now, I read a story on Reddit yesterday. It wasn't really a story. It was a picture with a title, and there was something incorrect in the title.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? I'm getting weather alerts about possible tornadoes. I don't know. Okay, anyway. You had to overlook the error in the title because the most important part was the picture and the comments that followed.
All right.
I posted it yesterday on Facebook, but Ed told me that it was asking him to join when he clicked on the link. He had to join Reddit in order to read it. And, so I thought that kind of was terrible. But it was a picture of the very first blast of the eruption of... What the heck is that volcano in Washington? Back in the 80s.
Oh, it was Mount St. Helens.
St. Helens, yes. Okay, there was a guy water skiing on a lake.
Okay.
With the mountain, the volcano as the backdrop. And the picture was taken just as that first explosion happened, and there's a huge plume of ash and dirt and everything, and smoke, and steam, or whatever it is.
Wow.
And it sparked a lot of comments of people who were there at the time, who remembered the eruption, and they started talking about the eruption and the aftermath. And then they started talking about how the ash falls and immobilizes everything. And they're saying, if you go and you start packing up your valuables in the house to throw in your car before you put your family, it's already too late. You're not going to get out in time. Because of the ash, not because of the blast, the heat, nothing. Yeah. The ash just starts falling like big, heavy chunks of dirty snow, they said. It looked like it was beige. People said it looked like big chunks of beige snow coming down. And it starts... causes you can't drive through it apparently when it gets heavy enough, thick enough. And, it won't work. You can't, visibility is like zero. You can't, so they're saying you just...
It gums up your engine, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking visibility, especially because you know what it's like driving in a blizzard. Could you imagine like ash falling worse than a blizzard? You can't see. You can't see in front of you to drive. So they're saying, if you're ever within X amount of miles of a volcano that has erupted, don't think, grab your family and run. Run.
Exactly.
You grab your family and I guess your pets, because your pet's a part of your family. Don't leave your pets behind. That's cruel.
Oh, I know.
Throw them in the car and drive as fast as you can, as far as you can. As fast as you can, as far as you can.
And you don't get to take anything else because you don't have time for that.
That's it. No grabbing the laptop and the iPad. No grabbing the important documents or family photos. Just get in the car and go. Because if it's just ash, eventually you'll be able to get back into your house. Eventually.
Right.
If it's just ash. Lava, that would destroy fire, lava, that kind of thing. But if you're far enough, you're only affected by ash.
Even your safe box is going to be destroyed by lava. I don't think they're lava-proof.
Yeah, no. So, yeah. Those things will still be there unless there's looting, of course. And people always worry about, I worry about looting. When we had that Hurricane Matthew and we evacuated the Peggy's last fall, we were gone from here for 3 days. And, I was worried about not so much any damage from the storm as, people knew that people evacuated and they were robbing homes.
And you wonder, yeah, absolutely.
So thankfully our house was not touched. Everything, there was no damage. There was a bunch of small branches down on the property. It was a mess, But now...
I think, didn't Destiny and her friends show up too?
No, Jeanette's daughter Alex and her friends came up because they live in downtown Charleston and their road was all flooded out. But in this month's newsletter for our neighborhood council, I wanted it to be heavily on disaster preparedness because next month is the beginning of hurricane season here. And the woman who got me into this and got me working with the council and the newsletter and everything, she's like the town's historian. She's really cool. The stories and memories she has.
Yeah, you said you liked working with her, right?
She's amazing, right? She had pictures that people in the neighborhood had given her over the years that they took after Hurricane Hugo. Hurricane Hugo happened in 1989, I think it was. 88 or 89, right? 88 or 89, I'm not sure which. I just don't remember. She gave me pictures that were unbelievable. We have these really tall pine trees here that are very dangerous because their roots are very shallow. They don't go down deep. So if there's heavy winds or a hurricane, they're the first trees to come down, always the pines, There were pine trees down everywhere. They were like stacked. They were like, falling on top of each other and stacked in the middle of the road. People couldn't get anywhere. She said the damage from the storm, mostly from fallen trees, and some homes had damage, was so bad that people got disoriented who had lived here for years. They walked out of their house and didn't recognize anything. Their landmarks were gone. They were just wandering, and they would get lost. They would get lost going out in their own neighborhood. They wouldn't be able to find their way back home. That's how disoriented it was.
That is absolutely scary, crazy.
Pictures of people like standing among the downed trees and stuff. So I put those pictures in the newsletter, and it was really cool. But it was there's a lot of new people here now who have never experienced the South Carolina hurricane. So I felt it was important to put those pictures in there to give them a visual idea of what could possibly happen and be prepared for if they say a category 3 or 4 hurricanes heading.
Yeah. You have new people there.
Yeah, so they'll say, oh, we're not going to evacuate. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing happened during Matthew. Well, better safe than sorry. Get out anyway. Don't be stupid, But now the difference between, they were saying the difference now between, I looked at the city website and the county website, and the difference between 1989 and here is that it's more than doubled in population. I don't know what the difference is, but if they had to evacuate the way they evacuated for Hugo now, it would take days and days, and the roads are going to be all blocked and choked up with people trying to get out because there's just so many more people now. So you can't even compare now to back in 89 with Hurricane Hugo because there's just so many more people here.
Thank goodness that they have ways to see the weather that's coming now. It just wasn't like that.
That's right.
So at least they can give you a kind of a little bit of a heads up, a day or two maybe. I don't know.
When I went to my sister's house, I grabbed my electronics, even my big computer, right? I grabbed all our important papers, birth certificates and whatever. I grabbed some family photos that were easily accessible, and I threw all of it in my trunk. I had time because this was not a tornado or a volcano or whatever. This was a hurricane. And you know, I left the day after she issued the evacuation because I knew a lot of people were staying, you know.
You had time, yeah.
I had time, so I was able to grab the things most important to me. I grabbed the dogs. Ed stayed behind for a day. He joined us a day later, and it was already, the rain was already here and everything, but, you know, he came and he stayed at Peggy's for a couple of days, and, you know, it was really...
I remember that he did that, yeah.
Yeah, remember, you know how Ed is, he gets bored easily, you know, and when he's bored, he gets very agitated. Well, I gotta tell you, those 2 days were very pleasant because he knew he couldn't come back here, because he knew that he couldn't do any work for anybody, and anybody who wanted him to work had evacuated also or were shut down.
He had to relax.
So yeah, he actually got to relax. There's nothing I can do. I might as well make the best of it. Him and Peggy got along. They had some interesting conversations. He enjoyed it. He even talked about, you know, maybe we should come here some weekend. I'm thinking he's lost his mind, you know. But
it really
was actually fun. Evacuating was fun because there was nothing you could do. There was nothing you could do, so you didn't have that pull to get back home fast because, you know, my only concern was the looting, you know. But even with that, I had the things that were most important to me with me: the dogs, the computers, the important papers, and the photographs. You know, anything else, yeah, I would have been upset to lose some things, but it wouldn't have been as severe. But yeah, so hurricane season starts. We had tornado warnings last night here. South of us mostly, and I haven't checked the news this morning to see if there was any damage. I know tornadoes were coming across from Georgia, and there was a tornado warning for like the Edisto Beach area, which is south of us, and then, you know, everything stayed pretty much south of us. We got a lot of rain, but we didn't get any wind. So
that's good. Tornadoes, you know, but they're no fun. I don't like them.
The timing of it was just interesting. You know, the newsletter just came out with the disaster preparedness. We just had a meeting 2 nights ago in like a local gymnasium where, like, you know, city officials and stuff were there talking to us about things. And so all downtown Charleston is flooded today. The streets that usually flood were closed early yesterday.
Oh, really?
And we've got more rain expected. More rain expected, flooding possible Wednesday. All right, here's that school bus. I'm not going to read that. That's just...
that's not fun.
To me, anything weather related is interesting. Even if it's a tragedy, you know, but you know, I feel bad about the tragedy, but the force of nature to me is just fascinating. I'm just scrolling through our local headlines here. So what do you got going on today?
I'm going to just animal cage cleaning and stretchy. Probably crafty stuff cleaning. I ready, so I'm ahead of myself there. I already did the dishes. I don't know. I'm not chatty today. Some days I'm really chatty. Today I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, you're kind of distracted. You seem distracted today. You got stuff
No,
going
not
on.
really distracted.
No?
I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Just tired, I think.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
Distracted by gummy bears.
What's your weather? Is your weather like overcast?
It's raining.
It's raining. See, all day yesterday it was raining and I was dragging and tired, and now this morning I'm tired and I just can't seem to wake up.
Yeah, I'm just like, what I want to do is just get into my crafty zone and play, but I know that I'm going to be interrupted in about 10 minutes.
Well, you know what? Go make his food now. So when he comes in, you can sit back down. You can feed him his food.
Yeah,
and
I
sit
know,
back
right?
down.
I might do that. When we're done streaming, I'll probably do that.
And because, you know, I find if I'm interrupted by somebody, I get aggravated. But if I interrupt myself, then I handle it I'm much better when they come in the door. Like
when they do it on terms, yeah. So I found some papers that I'm going to put in my, remember I'm making the Alaska book?
Yeah.
I'm creating this from scratch. It's just blank pages. And I'm actually adding these things to them. So what I did yesterday is I was going through my stash. Yay, cleaning. And I found some more like nautical type papers. This one I love.
That is cool. I like that.
I'm going to cut these out and make them look like waves and put them on the bottom. Maybe make them into pockets to tuck things behind them. And then there's the anchor paper.
Okay.
And there's this one. And this one.
Okay.
Knots. Did I show you that yet?
I don't recall seeing that. It looks like wallpaper. That looks like old-fashioned wallpaper.
Isn't that? I know, I love it. And then there's some seashells, which I don't know if they're very Alaska, so I might use this side instead.
Yeah.
And then there's this one.
I like that one, the nautical.
Yeah, me too. And I think that's it. Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of them that I found in a stash, so I'm going to be able to make some pockets and some flip pages and some things to put. Oh, look at this one. You are my sunshine when skies are gray.
Oh, you make me happy. That's cute.
It's cute. So that stuff will be integrated into this. And did you see this? Michaela got me this at Michael's. How cute is that?
Yes, you showed me that. That is cute. You showed me that yesterday.
Isn't it? Love it. She's so cute. She's like, oh, you need this, Mommy. Okay. And I've already tucked in a few little paper clips on the tops. I have a few other things to put in here, but slowly but surely, I'm not leaving till July 19th to head out to Vancouver. So I have time to make this, so yeah. Oh, you know what? That is actually pretty cute. This is so fun. I love this.
That is fun.
So that's probably what I'm going to do today. Later on, if I get the chance to do some crafty stuff. I just kind of have a feeling that I'm not going to be having much time to do anything. It's bumming me out.
All right. Well, I do have some things to do. I've got the usual house cleaning and stuff, and I've got to do a couple of Etsy maintenance things. You know the app If This Then That, IFTT?
No.
Okay, it's a cool app. It's very useful because it automates tasks for you. So I created an IFTT task this morning that anytime we upload a video, which automatically happens as soon as we end the stream, the link gets posted to our Facebook page. I'm trying to do it so anytime we tweet, it goes to the Facebook page, or anytime we put on the Facebook page, it tweets. You know, I'm trying to figure out something like that, but I'm having some fun with it. But if you check out the app, it's really cool. It helps automate your life, your online life. You know.
Oh, you have to send me a link to IFTT.
Yes, and I'll put a link to the iTunes store of the app in the comments below when we're done. IFTT. And I'll also put Weebl and Bob's link below. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to show before we end, and I can't show it because I'm not using a regular.
What is it?
Hold on, I'll have to grab your camera. You know what? I'll save it for tomorrow. I will save it for tomorrow because we got to end. You got to go make some food, and you got hubby coming home. So have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, and in about 20 minutes, I'll put the link below in the video. Have a good day.